Welcome to this video. Now in this video, we're going to be going over exactly how to use Stripe to process payments on your behalf for your application. Now this video is based on the Stripe plugin in the functionality referenced by Airdev, and we have linked a link to this article in the description below the video. Now, going back to our bubble editor, the first step that we need to do to set up our application is we need to add the Stripe plugin. So to do so, I'll click on Add Plugins. I'll search for Stripe. And then this first one that comes up by Bubble is the one that I want to add to my application. As it's already been installed, it comes up with an uninstall. But if you haven't got it already added to your application, just click Install. The next step that we need to do is we need to actually sign up on Stripe themselves. So we'll go to stripe.com and we'll create a new account. So in this example, I've created a new account and I've just been deposited onto my Stripe dashboard. What I need to do now is I need to get API keys off Stripe so that we can start to process payments. The way that I do so is I go to this developers button up the top here. I go to API keys over here. And what I want to note is that I'm actually viewing my test data. So my test application keys, which I'll use in my development application. If I want my live keys, I can go to here and I can click on this toggle. But before I do that, I need to activate my account with Stripe, which involves providing some personal and business information so that they can verify your identity. I'm just going to go over how to do this with the test keys, and I'll just make a comment on exactly how to do this with the live keys. It's the exact same process as well. So what I'll do here is I'll copy my publishable key. I'll go to my application, go to the development section and click the publishable key. I'll then copy my secret key and I'll just pop it here. So if we wanted our live keys, we would toggle it to live, grab the live key, publishable key here, the live secret key will be shown here. I'd go back to my app and then I'd provide the live secret key and the live publishable key. And that would allow me to take on real live payments from customers. As we're just going over a test here, we're just going to go over the development section of this. Now, our Stripe application and our Stripe connection through this plugin is all set up. So we can actually go through the process of setting up the workflows to support the Stripe payment functions. So if I go to my workflow tab here, I've got a couple of workflows that I'd like to set up. So in this particular case, we have the button Pay Now. So when a user goes through their shopping cart, they go to the section which has Pay Now. And then at this point in time, we want to collect their payment. So what I'll do is I will add the workflow charge the current user. So this workflow is being supported by the Stripe plugin. And what this allows me to do is we have the payer's email, the current user's email. I can then add the amount. So in this case, I want to add group cart total. So that's the total amount that we want to charge. We can choose what currency we'd like to charge them in. There's a name, a description. There's other checkboxes which we can choose to tick as well. But this flow allows me to charge the current user. In this flow, we'll collect their credit card information, or Stripe will securely collect that and then charge the customer. Another option that this plugin also provides is it allows us to save a credit card information on the user. So we can add the workflow called collect the user's CC information. So what this will do is this will save the credit card information on this particular user. What Stripe will do is it will pop up a little application where the user can provide their credit card information, and it will securely save that and then associate it to the current user. This credit card information won't appear in our database, but it will be saved and associated to the user. And what this allows for us to do is it allows us to use a slightly different payment flow, which is charge a user using a saved credit card. So we can choose the user that we would want to charge, In this case, I'll just allow it to be the current user. I can set up the amount, which is going to be group cart total again. We can choose the currency and I can choose the card ID that I'd want to chat. So this one, it's going to be current users Stripe credit cards ID. So what the Stripe plugin is doing is it's saving a number of database fields to each user. We can't see that database field on our data tab, for example. So if I go down to user, I can't see any credit card information being stored or saved here. And the reason for that is because Stripe wants to securely store that, and that information doesn't actually touch our database, but it's still associated to the user, so we can use it in payment flows. So I hope that this video gives you a little bit of a better understanding of exactly how the Stripe plugin works and how we can set up the Stripe plugin to collect credit card information and charge users on our application so that we can receive payments. If you have any questions regarding the Stripe plugin, please feel free to leave a comment below this video.